my darlings, and welcome to my little corner of YouTube land. I can hear my husband yelling at the cat because I kicked the cat out. So I'm sure he went to bother him while he's working. He works from home. Anyway, what are we doing today? Today we are planning February's projects, but not only that, February is my start of spring when I start working on spring items for the February, March, and April are my spring months where I work on spring things. And I have a big list of spring things, and I'm not quite sure which ones I'm going to pick or which ones I want to do, or some of them I don't even have patterns for, so I'm not even sure what to do with them. So they may be pushed back until next spring or further in the season. But anyway, before we get to that, we're going to go over finished items and whips, because I have a beautiful finished item for you. I love how this came out. It came out even better than I thought, than I envisioned it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk louder, and I don't know why I cannot talk. I can't talk louder. I actually put a shawl pin in. It's not a shawl pin. It's a hairpin, which is a raven with Maleficent's little her staff. I got that at Hot Topic forever ago, but anyway, here she is. We'll start at the corner, and I changed the camera so you can see purple instead of blue, but then my color is all weird, so I look a little weird. But this it's also not this neon green. It's a bright green, but it's not neon, so it's not this loud. Whoops. You can also see the purple in the last color. And I love how that came out. So I'm so happy with this. I am just over the moon about it. I haven't cut the ends yet because it just blocked it yesterday, and I like to make sure I don't have to make any changes. I'm not sure I like the bind off I did, so I might redo the bind off, but before I do that, I'm going to reblock it and see if that might deal with what my problem is with it. Hang on. Probably should have started with it on, then having to. Plus, I forget it's opposite. I'm looking at it opposite of how it actually is. But I love the brioche. I absolutely love how it came out. And I love this bottom color. Oh, it's so pretty. Isn't it just so pretty? I love it. I don't have any of her. See, her purpley. Well, that's not even the right color, but I had some dolls, but I don't know where they are. I had wanted there was a Disney a Disney Barbie that was a little bigger than a Barbie. That was Maleficent, and oh my god, I want it so bad. And I remember when it came out at the Disney store out here that doesn't exist in our mall anymore, but there was a Disney store, and I remember when it came out, it was like $90, and I could not afford a $90 doll, and I never got it, and I always kicked myself in the butt for not getting it. So now that I'm an adult, anytime I see something with her on it, I get it immediately. But I don't like the Angelina Jolie version. I don't like that. I like the cartoon version, because obviously that's what I grew up watching, and it made me want to be a dragon so I could blow people up. Like, I literally was like, wouldn't it be great to turn into a dragon and just set people on fire? Right? I guess that's why people like superheroes, right? To say, I was like, I would have burned down all my enemies, I guess. Did I mention I was bullied as a kid? That would probably make more sense if you knew that I was terribly bullied as a child. I had one friend. There we go. I had one friend for many years. Anyway, this pattern is all about that brioche by Lisa Hands. The this was the yarn was a Knit Disney 2019. They do this usually at the end of the year, I think. I don't remember when. I think I got this at the end of the year. But this is Dizzy Blonde Studios. This is Why Not's Bag, I think. I'll link her too. So this green base is from Laser Sheep Yarns, and I mean, these aren't available anymore because it was part of the kit, and as far as I know, they're sold out, because I tried to get two more skates that weren't cut up. I was just gonna rebuy them, but they were out. So this is called Now You Shall Deal with Sheep, and this purple, black, and pink is Darkest of Hearts from Dizzy Blonde Studios. Both are a cashmere nylon merino blend. I love everything about I love the yarn, I love the colors, I love the bag, I love the pattern. I think their theme this past year was Alice in Wonderland, if I'm remembering correctly, but every year they do. They put together something that's amazing. But this was the first time I ever saw, I think, because like the algorithms of Facebook must be like, oh, you love Maleficent, so I get a lot of Maleficent stuff. So anyway, go back because I don't want to bump you. So that is my finished project. So let's move on with my whips. This is our January dye project. Remember, I switched it, so I don't think you've seen it since I frogged it. I frogged it, and I started doing my stocking net. I don't even know what I'm going to call it. I haven't even named it, so I figure we'll come up with a name while we're testing and all that. I do have 2 testers now, which is really fun. I also, though, made a decision that I'm going to come up with 2 more designs that are going to be, because I'm doing 2 that are top-down triangle shawls, I'd like to offer also 2 sideways constructed shawls. So I'm going to be working on that, but not right now, because I'm still working on this one and getting everything. Now, mind you, it hasn't been blocked yet. But I'm trying to... What really struck me was it started mirroring. Like this black right here was mirroring, and then now we got green in the center, and then it mirrors. And it looks like, now it's like opposites. See this mirror right here where the green and the black like are opposite, like it was like alternate then mirroring. It's just, it looks like a green tiger and I love it. And so I also wanted to say that while I love how this is working up. I just think it's looking so pretty. When I get to about 40 grams, I think I weighed this morning and I think it was at 58. My cake was at 58. So when I get down to 40 grams, then I'm going to start the, I don't know if it's a feather and fan or an old shell, because I've seen them used interchangeably and I know they're not actually interchangeable. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to do, because I have done one with that garter ridge in it and I'm not sure if I want a garter ridge in it, but then I don't know if it's not going to lay right, because I like to do, before I bind off, I like to do some garter ridges just to keep, your end from flying up, because it's easier for me than doing some ridiculous bind off. I don't like when people tell me what bind off and cast off to use, because like I have my favorites. So like this one I used the knit two together. Do you know what that knit? You knit and then you knit two together and then you knit and then you knit those two together. So it's pretty stretchy. The only problem I have with it is sometimes it blocks kind of wonky if you're not careful. So I think I'm gonna hang this up and spritz it a little and see if I can't get it to settle down. Like, the night shift was like, do the what is that? The bind up, the I-cord bind off. I hope to never do that again in my life. Well, I'm gonna redo it on my night shift, and if I ever make another one, I'll do it again, because okay, it's really easy to hide in all your ends if you're doing an I-cord bind off. But then I had another idea about the night shift, because I was thinking I'd like to make a fingering and like use my own yarn, and I was thinking of making the main color black and then the other colors, those colors. Do you know what I mean? Like making the most of it black, and then I'll talk about some other time. It's just an idea that I wrote down that I want to do now. So anyway, I also wanted to say that I know my half and half is a very simple dye plan. I'm calling them dye pattern because it's, half the skein. I can't show you because I do the skeins apart. So half and half, where half skeins one color, half skeins another color. I wanted to say that that's only a way of patterning the dye, so you don't have to do a half and half with two solid colors. I did because I wanted to break it down to the bare bones of it to be the most easiest, so you could actually see. I wanted high contrast colors so you could see where they go, to see what happens as you make this. And I would love to send a skein to someone that does socks, because I don't do socks. I would love to send a half and half, like all of my skeins, all of my designs, to someone that does socks, because I'd like to see how they work up on like a whatever 64, however. I don't do socks, but I know I thought it would be cool to see how they work up to on the different patterns. But I don't know, maybe I could do a cuff, because I had done a cuff, like a tube. I don't know, maybe I'll do it. I haven't decided, because I could just, I don't know, maybe this will get me to make socks. I don't know, I keep wanting to give my yarn away to everyone that'll make something with it, and I'm like, my husband's like, you're gonna run out of yarn. And I'm like, oh yeah. So anyway, what was I talking about? I love how this is working up. I love the changes in the, like, at first they're opposite, and then they were mirroring, and then they were switching, and it's really cool looking. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, and then the part of that one that I like so much, it looks like we're getting a bit of that right in here. See those V's, the green V's and the black. I love that so much. Looks like a green tiger. I absolutely love it. I just think it looks so cool. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna shut up and put this away. But oh, I wanted to say this bag. I've showed you guys this bag before from Allegheny Fibers. I didn't even check to see if that did it, but it should. She has this pocket. Oh my god, it's so hard to show. It's a pocket. I mean, a thing. And it doesn't go all the way through, okay? It's just in the middle. And I worked this entire two-skein shawl in this bag. And it's a zipper bag. And I did not once zip it in here. So I wanted to say that this Allegheny Fiber Arts. See, I can't see now, but it's gonna go to my face every time. Allegheny Fiber Arts. I am in love with this bag. I don't know what size it is. I mean, it's like my whole. Yeah, it's like elbow, from top, it's elbow to middle of my hand. So elbow to fingers, to the bend of my fingers. So from here to my elbow. I don't know how long that is. I don't have a measuring tape in here. But anyway, the more I use this bag, the more I love it. And I just love it because you can separate. It's very easy to work out of too. I tend to work out of the side that the zipper pull is not on. So I'll put my yarn in that side where the zipper isn't, and then I put my fabric, my whatever I'm making, in the other side. And then I can't believe I had this shawl in here and it didn't zip, it didn't get caught in the zipper. I was absolutely amazed. But you'll see where you can see her this weekend. I'm going to give you more information in a minute. My other, because obviously I finished a project and then that shawl shouldn't take too much longer. We're going to have to be done with everything like next time. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Friday is the 22nd, so the 29th, yeah, we'll have 2 days. So I started a green top for me. This is Cascade 220 in pine. This is the Peruvian Highland wool. No, it's not pine. Forest, I believe. Just all about green this month. It's January. January is always green month. So anyway, I started that. That's nothing big. I just finished and now we're just on the ribbing till we use up the rest of this skein and about half of another one. So that'll be done. And then if I have time, I think I'm going to do, this one was one of my, I tried to do this a couple months ago. Was it December I tried to do this? January? I don't remember. And it was working up. This is from, whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, see, I started making Lola a sweater, and it was coming out so loose that I was like, this is really looking more like a DK weight. So I'm going to actually do it as a top for me in as a DK weight, even though it's a worsted. I forget what this is called. I'm pretty sure there's alpaca or no, cashmere. No, I don't remember. But if I finish this, that's probably going to get started. And now, what was really weird about December was all of my projects were done. Like just on that day, all of my projects were done. I didn't really have any that went over, and usually I do. Usually I will. I don't just the end of the month and I'm done with everything and I stop. I usually then continue with the secondary projects. Like I won't start another big project until the next one, because I mean it took me 3 weeks to finish. Where are we? We're here. So no 2. Where do we start? Oh, here we are. Yeah, so the first 1, 2, 3. So 3 weeks to get that sucker done. So at that point, I don't want to start another big one. I want to have this like week-long break of doing smaller things. So I did want to say that the Virtu-wool Fiber Festival, which I talk about a lot, I am not affiliated with them. I am not one of the sellers that is on their thing. I've only seen them, I've only participated as a buyer. But they are having their January this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I posted a picture, or their picture, on my Instagram, and hold on, let me take that down a little bit. How about that? Can you see that now? On their I posted that on my Instagram and my Facebook, Mourning Dew Studio. And if you have to watch on their page on Facebook in order to enter their they have drawings. So if you watch, some of the people will do live demonstrations. Sometimes there's like dye, they'll show like they'll dye something, or they'll go through their stock and show you what they have for sale, what their bases are, what their colorways are. So, like this Allegheny Fiber Arts, she's gonna be there, and this is the bag I got on one of them. So that Whimsy Stitches, I don't think he's gonna be there this time, but I got most everything I've got on there because I haven't done much buying that wasn't. I really enjoyed, because everything got canceled this year, and not that like I really go to a lot of places. Like I have a hard time getting out of my house and getting around because of my illnesses, so I can't like sit in a car for a long time and drive somewhere. So I've been to one fiber festival because it was literally like 10 minutes away. And the place was so big that by the end of it, I was like dying. It's much too much for me to walk. So I think we're going to have to get a wheelchair next time we go. But that was canceled this year, so everything was canceled. So it was nice to, number one, be a disabled person and be included in a fiber festival that I could be included with because it was virtual. So that was, I absolutely love that. I love seeing, when people do demonstrations of things, and I also did the virtual is it Rhinebeck, that I've, oh God, that was so much bigger though. This virtual fiber festival is so easier. It's only the weekend and they don't have more than one thing going on at a time. And everyone goes live, Facebook Live for 45 minutes. So at the top of the hour they go and they end at 45 minutes. So you got a 15-minute break in between. And I really enjoy it. I'm trying to see if any of these have been Laughing Cat. She's local to me. I've bought tons of her, so you've seen her stuff here. Oink Pigments you've seen here. They're also, I think, local. Are they? Ohio or Pennsylvania. Superfine Yarn Co. She is local to me too. Allegheny Fiber Arts. So Allegheny Fiber Arts will be Sunday. Gems Luxe you've seen here. Sweater Sisters you said, but that's a discontinued base I got, so I didn't want to plug her for that because like you can't go there and get that. But she has nice stuff. Mab Elements, some of their stuff's pricey, but they have nice, I did get this, nope, I did get a, where is it? This shawl pin from them. And I just love it. I absolutely love it. It was not expensive at all. And I just, the metal and the black together just kills me. That absolutely kills me. And it's hammered, so it's got that like shine. I really like this. I think that's all I've bought. They had other stuff I wanted, but it was a little too expensive. I couldn't justify the cost of another yarn shawl. I've got like a million of them that I hardly ever wear. Anyway, so let's go on. Oh, they're giveaways. So if you watch every hour, like I said, someone goes on, and if you watch, they will give you a secret word, and you just type in the secret word. And what I like to do is I like to figure out what the giveaway is first before I enter, because I've won some giveaways and not taken them because I didn't want them. So you might want to, if you might just get too excited and want to enter every giveaway, but so like I'm stuck with one, like, oh, what am I going to do with this? I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I think I'm going to actually make it for a charity and send it away. That's my plan if I ever get a minute to make something that's not for my business. So springtime. I know it doesn't feel like it right now because it's snowing here. It snowed. Hate snow. It snowed here. I'm not happy. Lola's not happy. She hates snow too. I'm pretty sure the cat hates it, but I've only brought him out a couple times to experience it, like when it was actively snowing, and he's like, what? Because he's fearless. He's not afraid. But then I think it got too cold. He jumped in the house. He was like, no thanks. And then Deckard is a big freeze baby. He doesn't like to be cold. But Ripley, she loves snow, and she will just run around and run around and run around and run around. And if you throw snowballs, she will try to chase them. You can throw snowballs at her. She will try to catch them. She loves snow. So she's one of those where she'll hang out, and she's part shepherd and Amstaff, but she looks like a shepherd with Doberman colors. She's tricolored. Black and tan. She's got some white and black and tan. She got floppy shepherd. Not the shepherd coat though. She got a thin coat. Thank God. Oh my God. She still sheds like crazy. Useless information. Anyway, we're talking about spring. So for spring, that means we do the entire, remember, let me tear this off. I showed you my winter one when we were planning January, remember? This. So now we're all new. This is all new stuff. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I have in mind. And maybe you can help me decide because I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with the main big projects that I have, because that means 3 will get done, because we have February, March, and April. So 3, we can finish 3 big projects like this. So one of those is this skein of Laughing Cat fibers. These are from her nebulas, So this is Crab Nebula. Gorgeous. And this is Interstellar, which is my favorite. Now these are on the same base, so I thought we could do something together with them. Of course, my first instinct is another All About That brioche, but that's as busy as I've ever gotten with one, so I'm not sure if this busyness is going to, what I would really like to do is do more of a color block shade. There is a shawl I was supposed to test, and then the designer, I was supposed to test like before Thanksgiving, and then I don't know what happened. I know she's in the UK, so I never heard anything about it after I was picked, and she said to send her my email, and like she looked through all my projects on Ravelry and gave me the go ahead, and so that project is what I wanted. Her pattern is what I wanted to do with my 3 cashmere fade, which is why I didn't do the 3 cashmere fade in November or in December or January, because I saw that and was like, that's what I want to do. So this, I'm kind of thinking I want to do that same kind of fade, but her pattern hasn't been released yet. So I'm kind of on the fence of, do I wait and hope that that's going to come out, or do I just do one of those? But then I'm thinking, like, hello, I have like a million other things to do. I have a million other projects I could do. And for me, just generally as a person, if my answer to a question is not yes, like enthusiastic yes, I go with no. So if I'm not, yeah, then I'm like, nah. So I think I'm going to wait on that one. And in the same vein, we have these 2 of Mitchell's Creations. It's an indie dyer. I bought these, I don't know how long ago. Her colors are just amazing. This is Speckled Wildflowers, and this is Blacked Out Catastrophe. Like, isn't that a fantastic name? Get me with the name. But really, no, I wanted this because it's black and pink, and of course I wanted it. So I thought these 2, they're the same base. Again, I like to work with the same bases. I thought they would go well, again, in a brioche shawl, or a fade. But I was thinking, what if I did a full brioche, like full on brioche? Not like just part of it, but full on how much do I hate myself is the question for that one. How much do I hate myself to make a 2-color brioche out of fingering weight yarn that is, how many yards? 463 yards. That's 800, no, that's 900 and, hold on, 3, 6, 12, 523 yards, right? 900. That's almost 1,000. Do I want to mess with 1,000 yards of brioche? I don't know. Like, how pretty would that be? Like, you could have that one be the focal and that one be the focal. How much do I hate myself? But see, I'm going to have to decide if I'm going to do it sideways and just use her thing, which I'm not sure, because some of the side of it is not my favorite. It's not neat. It's not very neat. And I'm not sure it can be, so I wanted to take a look at some other brioche. I know I have a pattern for one that is, I think, a triangle, like top down, maybe. I don't know. I've never used 2 very busy colors like this, and I just thought, wouldn't that be gorgeous against a black outfit? You know, like, wouldn't that just be gorgeous? So that's another maybe. Then my other maybe is Mad Tosh Light. This is Oscuro. It's like a oh, look at that. It does not want to focus on you at all. There we go. It is like a rusty burgundy with like a black over dye. Single. Oh, it is way more rusty than, it's not that burgundy. It's way rustier in person. And God, I forget the name of this one. It's the same base. It's just a different color. But these are single ply, and I hate single ply, so there's 2 patterns that are mosaic knit from Lisa Hands, the one that does this. One's Herbarium and Emiliana, and one is like more color black than the other, and my hesitation is that I hate this yarn. I hate single ply yarn. So I don't know that I really want to do anything with it at all. Give it away. But they're both 420 yards, and both patterns call for 840. So, I mean, it should work out fine for either of them. But I bought this so many years ago, and you know, you hear Mad Tosh is all the rage, and I did a Mad Tosh shawl that I was not impressed with, and I'm not impressed with this either. So I'm not entirely sure I want to even bother with that, which brings us to what I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with. This actually was, last year, was started as something else, and I hated it. I did not like it as it was, so I decided I was going to make it into something else that I liked. So what I'm going to make is, this is called Yonda Window. Oh God, cannot remember who this is by. I will look it up and put it in the notes. Yonda Window. And I love it except for the fit. I don't like the fit just because it does not stay on me. I'm not crazy about the fit because of her 6-row repeat that has, you know, made me nuts. So I don't think this is symmetrical. And All About Brioches, her 6-row repeat is symmetrical. And I don't like when one side is bigger than the other because I like my point to be, yeah, not symmetrical. We got that. Where point should be. So what I was thinking is, because this is mosaic and it's so easy, I also was going to, it's got garter here, and I was thinking of making that stockinette instead. I don't know why I thought that, because I thought this came out really short, and now it doesn't look so, I guess that's kind of, I guess it's okay. Maybe I'm not sure what my problem is with it. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, I was thinking of making this with this. This is Pause to Ponder from Haute Knit Yarn, which is very bright, very, very bright. And then this is just Cascade Heritage, because they have a really dark black. And I don't find that it pills if you use it for shawls. I've heard that it pills like if you use it for socks, but it doesn't pill for me. That's what this is. Look at how dark this black is, and I didn't even have to do anything to it. Why didn't I like this? I don't know. I'm gonna have to like go through the pattern and maybe wear this a little bit. I love this because I thought it looked like this, like a sunset. Oh, this is created for you by Laura, I'm pretty sure, in a mango, I don't know, I don't remember. It's like mango and strawberry, raspberry, I don't know, it was like a bunch of fruit names. She's local to me. She's really nice. She's the most colorful booth I've ever been in. Just looks like Fruit Loops or Tricks, maybe some sort of fruity cereal. I thought it looked like a nice sunset in windows or something, but anyway, I don't know what any of that. I'll put all of that down below. Why didn't I like this? I don't know now. I don't know. I think I just didn't like how it laid. I think you couldn't really see that stuff. But anyway, I love mosaic knitting. It is so much fun, and you don't have to worry about like floats and stuff. I love it. My other big one that we could do is redo this because I don't like this one either. I love the colors. They are not this bright. They are more subdued. But I was thinking of doing it all about that brioche in these two colors. I don't know why. I just thought it might be. I do like color. I love springtime. I was also thinking I could just make these two separate shawls, which is what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm not going to bother, because that I'm not going to wear. That I would sell. I would not wear that, so why put in the work? So now we have little projects. This is Arena, which I hate this pattern. I hate this pattern because it's never big enough. It's never big enough. And it's actually what prompted me to design this pattern, because I was like, you know, it would be better than the Reina if it was made with stockinette instead of garter. And then also I can't get over that it's not the same. Like, you don't have the same amount of things here. I hated that. And mine it's more structure, has the same amount of rows. Like, you have to actually keep track, and like, I hate this thing. It never stays on me right. I don't know why. It won't stay on me right. So I think I'm gonna redo this into the lace one. So that's like a little one we could do. I also have this that, remember, we found. This is the Harlot, just in the sock that I was making my triangle lace shawl. And I was like, oh, look at that. Went missing for a year. So we also have this we can finish. I don't think there's hardly left to go on that one. I also have this that is an Outlander inspired. Oh my God. I can't think of the person that did it, and I just got wool everywhere in my mouth. So yeah, what was I talking about? Mitchell's. Oh, the this is Honey Girl Farms, I think. Yeah, this is Brianna McKenzie from Honey Girl Farms deluxe sock, and it is not this bright. It is a really, really subdued, everything looks so bright. It's actually really, really subdued and springy, and like that pink is not that bright, and this purple is like the most gorgeous lavender. It looks like wildflowers growing on the road, but there's no green in it. So I really want to make this something. Maybe my lace shawl. Maybe. It's so pretty. Oh my God, it's so pretty. And then I also have two with tencel. This is Haute Knit Yarn, and this is Created for You by Laura. This is an Oops one, so I can't tell you what the name of it is for her. But I wanted to try tencel, and I hadn't tried tencel yet. But those might wait till summer, because I know tencel's pretty, tencel is, what do you call it? Here's a spiffy, this is called Spiffy Stash. Peach, Lemon, Yellow, Berry Crush from Created for You by Laura. And I love her. Her stuff is so great. It's so colorful. And I love taking the color and pairing it with black to actually make it, not so in your face. Why do I not like that? I don't know why I don't like this one. Anyway, I think we're gonna start with the Pause to Ponder, which is not this neon. I don't know why it looks so neon. It's not this. We're gonna have to. This light is just absolutely like ridiculous. We're gonna have to do something because my skin color's wrong. Everything's wrong. So I'm leaning towards. Let's go here. Ember. So spring, yay! Spring, Feb, March, April. Laffy Cat Speckles by 2. Mad Tosh Light by 2. So I have those two. I'm still not sure. Yonda Window, Pause to Ponder. Mitchell's Creations ×2. Full Brioche? I don't know. God, I do like very tan and yellow in this. My skin is not this color. Then we have our dyes, which I already know what those are going to be. So February, March, April. So February we got Tops, Redo Reina, maybe, Harlot Lace, which I showed you both. We might do those. Oh, also, have you heard about this 30 minutes a day where you knit something for 30 minutes a day? I'm trying to remember where I heard it. Who was it? I can't remember because I watch a lot of people. I want to think it was Grizzly Knits or Knitting Traditions, but I'm not sure it was her. Was it Grizzly Knits? It wasn't Fat Squirrel Speaks. Who did I watch this? You guys. It was one of you. Anyway. I can't remember who I heard it from. I'm trying to remember who I've watched this week, and like everyone that put out a video this week I watched. Like, come on. So the premise is, I guess, that you just work for 30 minutes. See, so I was if there's a loose end, it means I'm not committed. I'm not committed to this. So the premise for the 30 minutes a day is that for 30 minutes a day you work on something. Like, not that you just knit for 30 minutes, but that you work on something for 30 minutes. Like, maybe it's something like a bear of a project that you're like, ugh. So if you only work it on 30 minutes a day, you might get somewhere. So I was thinking, here's the thing, because I say that a lot, don't I? Here's the thing. I knit all day long. I knit from the time I get up until the time I go to sleep. Like, there's hardly a time in my day where I'm not knitting. Like right now is probably the only time of the week that I'm not sitting there knitting. So I'm trying to figure out, where would I put this 30 minutes? Would I go in between my two knitting times? Would it go after my knitting time, but before I go to bed knitting time? Because there's a knitting time for bed, but like, I also have to make sure that my head is clear and I can focus, which is why I started that top, because that shawl is getting, it's very easy, but I keep messing up the increases, where the increases go. I mean the order, because it's a make one left, make one right, make one left, make one right. And sometimes I forget to make the very first make one. And then my stitch counts off, and then I have to rip back. So it's not exactly mindless, where my tops are absolutely mindless. So my shawls are not as mindless as the 6-row repeat. And that is terrible for me. So I have to come up with something as mindless as that I also like, that can still be done. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'm just going to have to keep a top going at all times for right now, for my bedtime knitting, because otherwise I can't focus to not mess things up. But that's okay, because I have a lot of tops too. But then my other problem is, too, if I'm already not getting a lot of other things done. Like, I also would do a few more shawls, but because I'm doing one of my dyed shawls every month, that's also cutting into my regular knitting time. So like this shawl would be a no-brainer that I would start this, and now I'm like, am I gonna have time? What am I even gonna do with this? I don't know. Or redoing the Reina, or finishing the Harlot's gonna be nothing, but I think that for sure is going to go on things to do. Redoing the Reina, maybe. But I'm just not sure, like, if I want to do just 30 minutes of knitting, because I was thinking then I could do sweaters for sure. I could get some sweaters done if I sat down for 30 minutes. But where am I going to pull those 30 minutes from that I'm already knitting? Like, is that my very first 30 minutes of the day? And how do you do that if it's something you don't really want to work on? Because I don't really want to do a sweater. So maybe my answer is just no. Maybe my answer is no for that. I'm not entirely sure. And I don't know what I want to make with this. I know I want to make something beautiful, but I don't know if I want it lacy, or I might end up making another one like the half and half. I might end up making one of those. I don't know though. Maybe not. Because those I like to do in cashmere, something soft. And this stuff I want to do lacy, so maybe I'll do a lacy one. I don't know. Who knows? The heat kicked off, and now I'm aware of how quiet it is. So let's take a look for next week. Oh, I haven't eaten yet. My belly's like, feed me. Oh, next week is our end of the month, beginning of the month, so this can be hard because we'll still have a few more days, especially me, because I do that on today is a Wednesday. You're going to see this on Friday the 22nd, but today is Wednesday the 20th, which means that next week I'll be recording on the 27th, and you'll see it on the 29th, which even on the 29th I would still have the 30th and the 31st to finish. So I might not have everything done that I'm going to be done, but that's normal because sometimes that happens on the other months. Some things go over into the next month, and that's okay. I try to get my big projects out of the way, which we've done. Big project is done. Second project will be finished, and then we got a third and maybe a fourth that'll be done. So we'll see what happens. If I don't want to do another top, then I'll just start another shawl, and I just need something that can be my nighttime work that's very, very mindless. And maybe that's why I made so many of those garter shawls, because they were pretty mindless, easy to do. Anyway, I think I'm done. I don't think there's anything left to... I'm having an off day because I was getting ready for this and nothing was working. And I had to, like, the colors all off because there's the new camera that I haven't quite figured out, and like all the colors wrong, and it's throwing me off. Like, I don't do well with change, and when things aren't how they're supposed to be, it makes me irritated. So anyway, you'll be watching this on Friday, hopefully. So you'll have time to... I would have told you the Virtu-wool was earlier, but they didn't announce it until after I had already uploaded. So usually they give us way more notice than that. So Virtu-wool Fiber Festival on Facebook, January 23rd and 24th. I think they start at like 10 in the morning Eastern time. So if you are interested, I would definitely recommend that. They have some very nice, and Meg's and Company, she usually does a dye demonstration that's really fun. I'm trying to think of who else has fun stuff. Oh, Laughing Cat, she'll have a black light and show you how all her stuff looks under the black light. So and you can get giveaways, door prizes and stuff, so that's fun. So I might be there. I haven't decided. I got so much work to do. I'm not sure. I might pop in for some of my favorites. Anyway, that's it. Another low-key Oh my god, like any of my episodes have been like total ragers. Like, of course it's low key, it's January and we're all exhausted and it's a pandemic and we're all scared and tired and hanging on, right? I just hope I bring you some calm and maybe a couple laughs. Maybe you laughed a little bit. Come here. Oh, let's show everybody how pretty you are. Do you want to see my pretty dog that has like no fur? Oh, she's my pretty girl. She's so old. She's so old. You're so old, Loli. Everybody wants to see you. Look how pretty you are. You're so pretty. No. She's like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Say hello. Say hello to the people. Oh. She just wants to nap. She's like her mom. Let's take a nap. Okay, did we go over everything? I think so. I think that's all the spring stuff. I went through my giant book and got all the spring stuff. So, if you have any ideas for anything that I showed you, leave me a comment, because if you have an idea for these two, or for these two, my gorgeous Mitchells, or the Macintosh Light, oh my god, seriously, what am I going to do with this? I have no idea. If you have any idea for anything, please leave me a comment. Please send me a message on anywhere, Facebook, Instagram. Send me an email. I don't care. Oh yeah, hey, do you have a pattern that are you a pattern designer, and do you think one of these would just look great as one of yours? You can send me links to your own patterns. I will check them out and see if I want to make them. And then I'll talk about them here, because I got all 12 subscribers. So you're gonna reach a ton of people. Anyway, that's not why I do this. I don't even care if I love every 12 of those subscribers, and I don't do it for that. I do it for me to keep myself accountable and to kind of get over this anxiety and have something to do every Wednesday. So I don't even care. I could stay at 12 subscribers. I don't care. But anyway, if you're bored and you want to reach out, I'm here. Leave a comment or message me. Ooh, look at that color. Ooh, so pretty. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll sign off, and I'll see you next week. Be well, guys. Bye.